My dear people, good evening. Welcome back to our very channel. We are here with more news and more updates. Yes, please do hit the red subscribe button because I need to remind you. Most times you guys forget when you meet the channel, you don't subscribe and you love what we are doing. Please, what you do for us, the red subscribe button, you hit it, and then you hit the like button and also share. Thank you for your support. Now, the news is this. The other day, it was rumored that Nnamdi Kanu was released. Actually, they released him from DSS dungeon and then led him to medical center where they had, sensitive medical checkups on him. They had those checkups on him, and what happened after the release is what I'm about to tell you right now. And why is it that things happen to Igbos this way? Let me digress a little. Do you know that Ezendibo Ajao Estate, do you know that they refused to, grant him bail? They refused to release him. He's still under heavy surveillance. He's not free. Oh, yes, that is one. All the Biafran agitators that they've held incommunicado, they are not releasing them, no trial. Okay, look at Nnamdi Kanu, that as they abducted him, detained him for 2 years, counting. The court said release him. The only release they did was to take him to hospital where he was examined. They took him back. They have returned him to DSS dungeon because to them it is impossible for them to release him. But they want you to stop every kind of agitation. They only have the right to force you to do anything they want. And they say they are running democratic setting of government. And our elder, Pa Enyinaya Abaribe, said, oh, there is rule of law in Nigeria. He was talking in the red chambers the other day that Nigeria is running rule of law, so they should extradite Simon Ekpa for saying we must sit at home. They never knew this thing would get to this point. They thought it one way. They all agreed that, oh, let us capture him. Let us pay whatever price it is that will help us to bring him down to Nigeria. The moment we bring him down to Nigeria, we will not release him again. With time, we will kill him or we will do anything we want to do with him. His people will just follow him up for 6 months and they will forget about him. They never knew he had a son in Simon Ekpa. See, even Nnamdi Kanu, as he stands now, cannot stop the sit at home. I'm telling you, he cannot stop it. Why? Because if he stops sit at home, has the referendum been conducted? Has Biafra come? See, our motive is to make sure that Biafra comes and to make sure that we do not obey Nigerian government again, because all the while we have obeyed them, it profits us nothing. Rather, we have been losing and losing. Now, they bought over all the elders. Ohaneze Ndigbo, of course, they are stooge. These are paid agents that can say anything that will make the Fulanese happy and that will make Britain to have assurance that, oh, Nigeria must continue. Nigeria, today is a company of Britain and some few of Fulani oligarchy and some individuals that could raise eyebrow from Yoruba land and some few individuals from Igbo land. That's exactly what Nigeria is made up of. The rest of the populace is just to them like chaff, to them like sand. They do everything. The other day, they were laughing at Senate. They were laughing uncontrollably that they are moving a notion that the poor must breathe. They now said, people that support that the poor should breathe, say aye, they say aye. People that support that poor should not breathe, say no. They now said the ayes have it. Pam, they now laughed that poor people must breathe. When it got to the point that they are now discussing in Senate whether poor people will breathe or not. Have you now noticed that poor people have not been breathing all the while in Nigeria? So why are they returning Nnamdi Kanu to DSS dungeon? Is it that they are lawless? They don't want to obey their court of law and they want you to be lawful. They want you to obey and respect the law, which they themselves they are not obeying. How do you have such leadership? How do you think such leadership should be validated? I believe in what Simon Ekpa is doing. Say, what goes around comes around, and history repeats itself. I can see what he's doing as history repeating itself. Even it has gone beyond what Nnamdi Kanu can control. The guy Simon Ekpa is fiercer than Nnamdi Kanu. They have mental toughness. When it comes to being tough, they are tough mentally. Agitation or tension does not move them. They have the vision of where they want to go. That is exactly what Simon Ekpa is saying. He's seeing Biafra, he's not seeing Nigeria. And he has set of volunteer forces who believe in the same thing he believed, that Biafra must come. And that they will kill us, we will kill them. But at the end, Biafra will come. So if anything we are doing today, they should know that we learned it from Nnamdi Kanu. He taught us mental toughness. We are tough mentally. We reason. And we don't take anything less. All right? What will end all this palaver? What will end all these things is that Biafra should be released to go. Release Nnamdi Kanu. Honest and will stop shaking like jellyfish. Northern elders, they don't shake. Stop shaking like jellyfish. Tell Tinubu government or Britain that the only thing that will make you to continue in this Nigeria is for them to release Nnamdi Kanu. Let them release him first. And then, if they conduct referendum, it is not likely that people will sign in for Biafra. I'm telling you, even most of Biafrans, they don't even believe in Biafra. So why are you afraid of conducting referendum? Conduct it today. If Igbos go, you still have Yoruba, you still have Nupe, you still have Hausa, you still have even some riverine areas. They will join Nigeria as I'm saying it. So why don't you conduct it and let the Igbos go? That Biafra spirit that happened or that overpowered Ojukwu 1967, I feel and I see is what is pushing Simon Ekpa. That is what is making him to behave like a unicorn. He's not looking back, like a horse, he's moving. He does not even want to know if it's flood or rain or fire, whatever is wind. He does not look back. He's moving. Biafra is to be released. Let it be, declared. Let whatever will happen, so that we will have peace finally. You understand? We have said it before. No country goes through civil war twice and remains a country. This time around, if Nigeria ventures into anything war, it will split into pieces. And that is the only thing that can end this long-term menace, this long-term undemocratic government. So if you have another contrary opinion to what I am saying, it is high time you dropped your comments and also share. Thank you very much.